How's it going, guys? It's me, Wishwa. I'm joined here with Jeeshan. Say what up, Jeeshan.
Hi, man. What up, man? This is great. This is exciting.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have we're just gonna have a view and opinion on the current weekend's UFC card. The main event was Tony Ferguson against J- Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje won by knockout round 5. Then we had the undercard. The co-main event was Henry Cejudo, the Triple C, now retired, against coming in after 4 years out of the game, Dominic Cruz, but who sadly got knocked down in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the African beast Francis Ngannou,
Uh,
absolutely, yeah, absolutely just uh, send Rose's Trek to Evans. Then what's it called? Then we had Greg Audi, a former former American football player, fighting against Yoga De Castro, who was undefeated until then with a record of 6-0. But sadly, he had his leg broken, so he lost that.
yeah.
Then then we had the prelims. We had Anthony Pettis, Showtime Pettis against Donald Cowboy Cerrone. But
Uh,
uh,
I thought
yeah,
I thought Cowboy won that fight.
yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
I got some information about that one, but let's just go over the. And then what was the fight before that? Oh, it's just going on my mind. I have this written down. Just 1 minute. Who was the fight before? Wait. Oh.
Cool, man. Don't
Oh yeah,
worry, man. Chill out.
Clavin Carter against Jeremy Stevens. That was a good fight. Clavin Carter
Mm-hmm.
won by knockout. It was a great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I don't understand why he did not get a bonus, but he didn't get a bonus, so that was pretty sad.
But that was a beautiful knockout with the
Yeah.
elbow. Boom,
Yeah.
straight through.
Then yeah, that card was really close. The scoring in that. Then we had Alex Olenek against Fabricio Verdum. Fabricio Verdum, a former heavyweight champion who tried to make his way back since I think the last when he fought was 2016. Then we
Mm-hmm.
had we had Michelle Waterson against Carla Esperanza. That that decision was a bit questionable, but Carla Esperanza
Mm-hmm.
came on top. Then
Mm-hmm.
the last fight we had Uriah Hall against Ronald Souza, but that got cancelled. So we had Vincent Lycan against who was it? Nico Price. So which way do you want to go, from the main event down or from the cards?
I think we should start with the main event. That's what the people want to
Yeah,
hear, I guess.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think we should
The
start
main
with the
event,
main
innit?
event. Yeah,
Tony
go
Ferguson.
ahead.
Tony Ferguson, a 12 win streak got stopped by Dustin Gaethje. Dustin Gaethje, he looked really good in that fight. Like any problem which I thought Justin Gaethje would have in that fight, he like with Tony, he just didn't look the same in that fight. Like with all his other fights, he didn't look the same. Like with Kevin Lee, yeah, well, even though Kevin Lee gave him some problems at the start of the fight, where he rocked him, but but Tony does what Tony does best, like come back. But in that fight, he really didn't get started anywhere.
I think it's because Justin Gaethje never gave him a chance to counter on it. He was always like waiting for the right moment. He was very precise and trying to
Yeah,
control the fight as much as he can. Because normally what happened during his 12 win streak was that all the fighters, they'll straight away go for the takedown. They kind of rush their shots, but with Justin Gaethje, he didn't rush at all. He was waiting perfectly to land that left or land that right. It was incredible. And normally, when you see the other fighters go in for the takedown for Tony Ferguson, he would just do the Dast choke and
yeah,
end it right there. The Dast choke has been lethal throughout his 12 win streak. But Justin Gaethje was really like calm and collected, and he wasn't like on a suicide mission like Joe Rogan explains. He's always saying that Justin Gaethje looks like he's always on a suicide mission, but this
yeah.
time he was calm, collected, and done the job, I guess.
I think with like the only reason why Tony Ferguson didn't go for the takedowns because Justin Gaethje is like a proper high level wrestler. Like
Yeah,
he's
wrestler.
yeah, like
American wrestler.
so like he's part of the NCAA Division One, which is like in America, which is like one of the tops. Like Kamaru Usman's come from NCAA Division Two. Like, do you know Kobe Covington?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been part.
of course.
Yeah, yeah, he's been part of NCAA. Like all the top people are being part of the NCAA. Like being
Is that a professional wrestling division, the NCAA, or?
like it's like a wrestling like body, and like if you get into the body, it's like you're pretty good. Like
Okay. Well, that'll be a hard fight for Khabib then.
yeah,
I think that'd be a hard
yeah.
fight for Khabib.
Like Khabib and this one's gonna be a weird one because they're the same promoter, innit? Like they're still signed in the same company, MMA Dominance. Both of them under Abdulaziz, so that's gonna be an interesting one. I think there's gonna be no like bad blood going into that one. Like with Tony,
But, yeah, go on, see please.
like with Tony, like Tony and if Tony and Khabib happened, that fight got cancelled for the sixth time, but there was bad blood, like Tony Ferguson meant to fight him when he first came on the Contender Series, but he got cancelled then to where he was the interim champ. But it's like now it won't happen. Like that's the sad thing. Like I still want to see. I still want to see
you
that.
Still
Tony
want to
Ferguson,
see it?
Yeah, like
you still want to see it?
But the problem, which I think Tony Ferguson had that day, was that it's hard to change opponents, like to go to a new opponent. Like
of course.
Like that fight was done in like December. They said, oh yeah, they're gonna fight in March time. Like with Khabib, he has like a very, very interesting style where he goes for the takedowns, and with someone like Tony Ferguson, he go like Eddie Bravo, who's part of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, who came in to help him, and like changing the opponents difficult. Like even though you say you're ready, but like Justin Gaethje is like an old other like person. Like he comes out there to get you. So like it's hard to change. Like we saw with that in the Anthony Joshua Andy Ruiz first fight. Like when what's his name Jerome Miller.
It was Jerome Miller. Yeah.
Like Jerome Miller is he's a strong guy. Like he dropped out. Then Andy Ruiz came in. And even though everyone says, yeah, I was ready, like, but deep inside, even like you should know, like you do like karate tournaments, right?
Yeah. I've gone into 2. Didn't do so great, but yeah, I've been into some. But they're quite nerve-wracking, of course. Yeah, but I keep continuing to do them because I like the challenge, of course.
But do you know, like, have you ever had like a different opponent change last minute, or like, do you know anyone who has like a different opponent change?
Well, karate tournaments don't really work that way. It's a tournament, so you have like if you keep winning, you keep going towards different opponents. So you're going to be up against adversity each time anyway. You don't have that pre-plan against a certain fighter. It's like you go in and you just do your best, and that's what karate tournaments are like. But even though that Tony Ferguson had to change so quickly, so Justin Gaethje didn't know he was going to fight Tony. What has he been training for? I guess what has he been training for? He just stepped in and it was like, nah, this is my chance now to take that belt. And he came in and he done it with style. Like it was incredible. It was incredible. But one of my favorite parts from the fight was, when Tony Ferguson went with the leg sweep. Like Tony Ferguson done some weird kung fu shit. He like went on the floor and he just took his legs out. And I was like, what the fuck? These guys aren't off the roll, man.
Fuck, when he tries to do that roll, I forgot that roll. It's called a roll, which I forgot. It was invented by this Japanese guy who in the when first mixed martial arts started. He was.
What would you call that thing? Tony Ferguson does some Wing Chun shit as well. So like those it's like this wooden thing that you hit and it's like practicing like this. You see in the movies.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what they're called, but there's those wooden sticks and he's like doing all these things. He actually done that in a fight once, and like he literally trapped someone's hand like that, like he does in like a Wing Chun movie. He like traps someone's hand and he just goes for a punch, and it's like. It's crazy. He does a lot of unorthodox stuff. No wonder he's continuously training. It's not that he's continuously training for a fight, but he's training in general, like martial arts in general, which is quite interesting as well.
Yeah, and but he has like.
Sorry, go ahead.
He has like one of the weirdest like training regimes. Like he gets like sticks and he just smacks. He gets like metal poles. Like he gets metal poles and smacks on his leg. So like when people kick him, he doesn't feel it. Like that's.
Oh, I think. Yeah.
That's weird, and like he's always like running. That's why he has like cardio out of like his cardio.
Yeah, he's known for his cardio because I think it was Eddie Bravo. He was talking with Joe Rogan. He was telling him that normally in the training camps he he's always on like fifth gear. He's always giving his 100%. Like normally the guys will be like breathing heavy, but he's still there working. Like he's known for his cardio, and that's what we saw in the fight. Like he was eating so many punches. He was eating so much, and he was still coming forward like nothing. He didn't have no wobbly leg, nothing. You know, normally when you get punched, some like that they drop. Man, this guy, he just kept getting forward. I felt sorry that it was just like punch after punch after punch. His eyes were getting swollen. It was bleeding. He's a warrior. He's actually a warrior.
For sure, he's a warrior. But he could have easily won that fight. Like if he in the second round. Remember when he got Justin Gaethje with that
uppercut.
With the uppercut, and Justin Gaethje got knocked down, but he could have easily kept his distance because he's a taller man, and he could have used the jiu-jitsu. His jiu-jitsu is pretty good, but like I think if you go to the ground, I think Justin Gaethje could have got out, but it would have been a difficult thing. But
I think Justin Gaethje hits hard, man.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of made him more aware, more cautious, Tony. I think he became more cautious of it. So he was taking his time a lot more. And every time he charged forward, he was expecting Justin to step back. But no, he just stood there and just threw that left hook, kept throwing punches at him. And he was saying no for no. He was taking nothing. Like, it was incredible. But funny enough, just before recording with you, I was reading some tweets from Connor.
Yeah.
Connor is going at it. He wants to.
Yeah,
fight
I saw
Gaethje.
the same thing.
Have you seen that? He wants to fight Gaethje. He wants to fight him. I don't want to see a Tony and Khabib now. I want to see a Gaethje and Khabib now. I don't want to see a Tony because like Tony just got. I know everyone wanted to see Tony and Khabib. Everyone wanted it, but look, let that go now. He is the interim champ. Give him that shot for the title. Give Justin that shot because I think Justin is more of a threat now to Khabib, especially. Look, no one hits hard like Justin Gaethje, right? And he has some wrestling background. And I know that Khabib will take him down and stuff, but it starts from stand up. And if you're gonna get hit from Gaethje, oh my, you are not good. You're gonna be in for a long time. Only the boogeyman can take it. But like, can Khabib take it? Because we've seen Khabib get rocked before in some certain fight, and then he goes for the takedown. We've seen him get rocked. So imagine him getting hit by Justin. I really want to see that fight. I think that's a more interesting fight. But we all know what the UFC is like. They're gonna give Conor a chance too. So
yeah, but he's like the money man, and like with Conor, like if they need money, if soon Conor comes in, like he just sells out everything. Like all the most pay-per-view buys, like Conor's been on top. Like Conor Khabib, that was one of the most pay-per-view buys. Conor Nate Diaz too. That was a lot. It's just like Conor's like the selling machine, and that's why he has so much control over the UFC. Like that's the thing. But like with Khabib, like in some of his fights, he didn't look as good as he can all the time. I've seen his A La Quinta fight, Khabib against A La Quinta.
Did he get rocked in that fight? Was it that?
No, he didn't get rocked. He didn't get rocked. Like he won that fight, but whenever he tried to take down A La Quinta is like a very good wrestler, like good as like Dustin or Dustin even better. So, but with A La Quinta, he struggled. Like you should watch that fight. Like it shows like some of Khabib's weakness. Like, but even like with Khabib in that fight, he had to take a late notice because until the last day, they didn't have an opponent because it meant to be Tony Ferguson.
Oh,
that got cancelled. And Mike Holloway came in. That he couldn't. The doctors called it off. So A La Quinta came in that last day.
Okay.
Yeah.
But man, but what fight, yo, Bish? No, but what fight do you really want to see right now? Like, what do you want in the 155? Like, what would you like to see right now? Forget Tony and Khabib. It's not happening now. What do you want to see? We got Conor in the mix. We have Khabib there, and we have what's his name? Oh God, Justin. We have Justin. So who the hell do you want to see, Bish? Come on, man. Tell the people.
Yeah, I want Khabib. I want Khabib and Dustin, and after that, I want Conor to fight Ferguson, and then of that fighter, we want them to fight. That go against if Gaethje wins the title, or Khabib just makes another title defense. I think whoever between Conor and Ferguson, I think Ferguson's gonna take some time off. It's not gonna be for another 6 months. Like I've been reading
Of course, yeah.
I've been reading like a lot of sources that Khabib wants to come back in like July, maybe August time. He's thinking about it because of Ramadan right now, and like
Yeah,
it's
of
hard to
course, yeah.
like any fighter is hard to like train during Ramadan, like because you don't get like the sufficient thing.
Of course. So obviously, a fight more possible for Khabib right now would be late November, probably late November or something like that for Khabib maybe. But
Yeah,
for me, like I've been screaming Conor Khabib too. You know, I'm a big Conor fan. We want that
yeah,
revenge. You know, I'm a big Conor fan. I want that revenge. But right now, like what's good for the UFC is to follow like the interim belt and the champion that layout. But I don't know
yeah,
what the UFC is gonna do because even for Conor, there's a fight with Jorge Masvidal. People are saying screaming for
yeah.
that. People are screaming for that, and even that fight is crazy as well. But
Yeah, but I don't like Conor like fighting in the 170 division. Like, there's so many people who are so much bigger than him. Like with Masvidal,
oh
he's like
yeah.
with like the 170. All of them are like with Kamaru Usman. He's like 200 pounds. He cuts down to 170.
I'm a big Conor fan. I don't want
Yeah,
any
like
part of Kamaru Usman. I don't want any
yeah,
part of Kamaru.
like
I don't want any part of
with
Kamaru.
with Kamaru Usman, yes, the one of those styles which are like it's just like Khabib style. They're just like what he did to Woodley. Like Woodley is like a top wrestler.
Oh.
Like that Woodley fight, he made like Woodley look like someone who's just starting MMA and he's in top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy to run over Woodley like that. And then I feel like Conor in like the welterweight division is just dangerous. Like because in the welterweight division he could easily get knocked out so badly. Like because there's so many people
Yeah.
bigger. Like if not just someone bigger
I
than
think
you're fighting, it's going to be difficult for you.
the 155 is perfect for Conor, but we all know Conor. But I as a fan, I believe in Conor to do special things. So I'm not gonna write off anything when it comes to Conor. Come on, man, he's known as Mystic Back, so like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
write off anything for Conor.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
I've
man,
been
I do really want to see Khabib and Justin. I do really want to see Khabib and Justin now. I really want to
yeah.
see Khabib and Justin.
I think that'll be a good fight, but I really want Conor McGregor and Snake Diaz, the trilogy. Like that's one
Oh,
fight
you
I
want
just want
that?
to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's gonna
fight.
be another tough fight for Conor, you know, because Nate Diaz doesn't go away as easy. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't go away.
Yeah,
But we even saw it. We even saw it in the Jorge Masvidal fight. Like it was the doctor that called it off because he was
yeah,
getting injured way too much. But that fight was crazy too, and you
yeah.
know the kicks to the body were lethal. Fuck me.
But someone with like Nate Diaz, he comes out in the championship round. Like I feel like if you gave him one more round and then he called it
Yes,
off,
yes.
I would have been like, okay, I understand, I can get that. But like with the first three rounds, Nate Diaz is like one of those people who punches by volume. He knocks you out by volume, not like he
Yeah,
doesn't punch you. Like I was watching Joe Rogan, like and you know John St. Pierre's coach, Farias, I can't say his surname. He talks about like why Conor McGregor gets so like he gets so fatigued because his muscle is as twitch over.
yeah. I've seen that. Firas Zahibi, right?
Yeah, Farias.
Yeah.
He says twitch like Conor McGregor has a twitch, but like someone like Nate Diaz or someone like who like have you seen Max Holloway? Like Max Holloway in round one, he doesn't start on top, but round five, he's up there because he's one of those people which uses power, which uses volume to get his
Oh,
opponent.
it's like Tony Ferguson, Nate
Yeah,
Diaz,
yeah,
like you said, Max Holloway. They all are like a catch. They're all looking for volume. They're trying to be there because at round one, at round five, they look way better than they are
yeah,
at round one because they want you to get tired so they
yeah,
can finish you. That's how they work. That's what happened to Conor, but Conor just stood in there because he really wanted to win that fight, that part two
yeah.
fight. But the
But
trilogy
like,
will be hard, but I don't know.
yeah, but like in the second fight, like Conor showed like a champion's like mentality in like the second fight. Remember, like
He
with
needed that.
yeah, like with Conor, he has that one thing where in 8 minutes his gas tank just goes down for like some reason. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has the 8 minutes gas tank like thing. But then in that fight, he trained harder. He did all his best. He spent something like $2 million on his training camp. He got a second win, and he won. And that fight was really close because I would give it like I saw it as McGregor 3, Nate Diaz 2. So it was a close fight. So the third fight everyone wants to see, and I think I think it will be a decent one. But with Nate Diaz, he doesn't need to have to train. Like he was like 2 years out of the ring, comes back, goes over Showtime Pettis, who was a former lightweight champion. It's not easy to go. It's not easy to go through these people, but he can do it. So, but we have to see in it like
the UFC is amazing. There's so many fight opportunities. But why did Hogan Masvidal and Kamaru call it off? What happened? I heard that Kamaru stepped out of it. Like
no, after the Colby Covington fight, he injured his arm, so he can't fight. He broke his left arm. His arm was broken since the first round.
So why was he hyping up the fight at the airport, like causing fights with Jorge? Did you see that video? You know, he was like causing
the Super Bowl,
fights. You know, they were both like coming to each other. They were shining at each other, like it was like beef in the outfit or something.
It's one of those funny things, isn't it? Like, but
I think they were trying to sell that fight. It looked quite forced. I'm not gonna lie.
With someone like Kamaru Usman, he can't sell fights. Like he struggles. Like, see, he's someone like who like Khabib can't. Because Khabib only can sell fights now because he has a large Muslim like following. But like like because everyone appreciates like a Muslim champ because like, but someone like Kamaru Usman, who's like
so sensitive. Oh my god.
Yeah, like
they're so sensitive.
Kamaru Usman, he has a good style, but you can't speak. Like, do you know the story about Colby Covington?
No, please tell us.
So basically, he was a fighter when he first started the UFC. Like, he was very respectful. He did everything properly, and the UFC said, we're going to cancel your contract. You're not useful. You don't have a good fighting style. And then in Singapore, I think he fought. I forgot who he fought. That was the second last fight. He was very nice to the person he fought. Then he went to Brazil.
Yeah.
Then he went to Brazil, and then he changed his actor because he thought I've done me being one right now. It's not selling fights. So then he put on this act like
like, he's been taking pictures with Donald Trump.
And
all this act like he's an idiot. Like he's been acting like an idiot, but Joe Rogan says that he's a really smart guy. Yeah, I've heard the story because the UFC were gonna cut him, so he had to become a character. Yeah.
Like in the Kamaru Usman fight, he really sold it. Like he sold it because everyone really wanted him to see him to get knocked out because no one likes him. No one likes his character. And before the Kamaru Usman fight, he used to stir people up, and the people's like, and the people who tune in to watch him to fight. But he's like a top level athlete like Colby Covington. He has wrestling, and wrestling people have like the best cardio. And his fight against Robbie Lawler, he threw something like 500 strikes over 5 rounds. Like that's like Robbie Lawler is like he was a former welterweight champion. He's good, but like he was looking for the openings, and the openings never came in it.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's crazy.
It's a hard thing. Yeah, and like with Tony, it didn't look like he was ready for the fight against like Dustin Gaethje. Like he didn't just look the same in all his other fights. Do you think there could have been something behind the scenes? Because I've like as when I've seen like Tony Ferguson fights before, like he looks ready and pumped, but like from round 1, he didn't look the same.
I don't know. I didn't really recognize everything because I just thought it was a great Justin Gaethje performance. I just think he was overwhelming for Tony. But after that uppercut, I thought, you know the uppercut I ran to?
Yeah.
I thought, now Tony's coming in. But no, Justin kept his composure and just gave him the strikes that he needed to. He didn't give him too many punches. He was really efficient that fight. I think he was like 74% in his strikes with the number of strikes thrown. He was like 72%.
72% of significant strikes that were landed.
Yeah.
143 of his 197 punches were landed.
You can see that Justin Gaethje has come a long way, and he's coming for that title. This is a true fight, man.
And
should we move on to the next? Go on. Talk.
And then with one last thing, Tony Ferguson absorbed 100 head punches, and Justin Gaethje of 143 strikes he threw 100, on 100 of them were edge strikes.
Wow.
Like
that
imagine
Mexican
like
DNA working.
yeah, like that was something like oh man, like someone like Khabib, I don't think he can take that. Like
You
I
can't take that. This is why I think that why are we still asking for Tony and Khabib? It's Justin now. It's Justin now. I really believe it's Justin now. I really do believe it. Fam.
yeah, but like with
But let's see what
UFC,
the UFC does.
but with UFC, like fame talks in like someone like Stipe Miocic, like he's such a champ, but no one like the UFC don't really care about him because he he he's not that famous, so like they don't really put fights
Mm.
on. Like the only fights he's fought like is like big people like DC because DC is like just Daniel Cormier is famous around the UFC and like Francis
Oh yeah,
Ngannou.
especially because of John Jones as well, and
Yeah,
that feud as well. That really built it up. But yeah, but we don't know what the UFC would do now because
yeah,
now Conor is talking on Twitter and
yeah,
it was being vicious, man. It's like shooting shots already, like saying I'm gonna break your teeth and attach it to your chain, and I was like, what? What? Yo, chill out. But a lot of Muslims are gonna be so angry at Conor's third tweet because he's calling I don't know. I think he was relating to Habib saying some jihadist cell terror. Go back to your cell. He's saying shit now, and I'm just thinking, oh no, I know all the Muslims down my road are gonna be so pissed off. All the Muslim UFC fans are gonna be like, kill Conor, kill him, kill him.
yeah,
And he's saying it during Ramadan as well. So
yeah.
man, like, look, I'm a Muslim too, but like, I don't agree with what he's saying, of course. But I just like Conor's fighting style. But man, saying that is not gonna make a lot of people happy. Like saying all that shit. Like everyone, all my mates, everyone's gonna say we want Conor dead. We
Yeah,
want Conor dead.
like with MMA fans, with like fighting fans, they have one person and they won't leave. Like they'll have hatred. If you love one person, you can't love anyone else. That's like MMA
But
fans.
but the Irish fans for Conor is amazing. The atmosphere that they create in
Yeah,
the octagon is insane. In the stadium is insane. Like you can
yeah,
hear it. You can't even hear your coaches. I think Eddie Alvarez, you know when he fought Eddie Alvarez, right?
yeah,
I think Eddie Alvarez after the fight when he lost, he was saying that I couldn't really hear my coaches. That I couldn't. It was just so loud in that arena. But yeah, man, those fans are honestly the most passionate and they create the best atmospheres. I think the Irish fans, they're crazy.
yeah. He's only one of those person who can like. That was the first time ever UFC went into Madison Square Garden, and he was the guy. And like that card was stacked much as this. But like,
That card was stacked. It had Wonderboy Thompson against Tyron
yeah,
Woodley,
he's one
Chris
of my favorite
Weidman against
fighters.
Rockhold, I think. That was
He,
crazy.
he's one of my like favorite fighters of like all time. Wonderboy
Who?
Thompson, Wonderboy
Oh
Thompson.
yeah. Oh yeah. He does karate like me, so of course I follow
Yeah,
him. You know, I'm gonna be a
yeah,
big
but
fanboy. Yeah.
yeah, but but whenever it comes to the ground, he's fucked. He gets
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
He doesn't really focus on it, even in his training sessions. Because I do follow his YouTube. Like, I don't think he knows how. He knows. He had a video on about takedown defense. He has good takedown defense, like leg kick defense, all that stuff. But when it comes to being on the floor, he doesn't have many videos of that. I think he doesn't really pay attention for it because his striking is significantly really good. I think
Yeah,
there was a commentator that was saying when Pettis and Cowboy are fighting, right? Pettis knocked out Wonderboy, right? But
yeah. He
they
did
were
like a
hyping up
Superman
Pettis,
punch.
saying that but they were saying that Wonderboy has the best stand up in the
Yeah,
welterweight division,
yeah,
and I really do believe it. I don't want to rave about it too much. Well, I do because I'm a karate fanboy. I know about his stars. I know what he does. I know what his lead leg kicks. I know it
yeah,
because he goes in and out, and no one can achieve the distance like Wonderboy does, like Conor does. It's because of that sideways stance, going
yeah.
in and out. It just makes it a lot easier.
Did you see that? Did you see that nicest motherfucker belt that he had?
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
He's a funny man. Like, did you see the Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje scorecard? Um, the first judge gave it 49-44 to Justin Gaethje. They he didn't win any of the rounds. Wait,
Oh, of course. I'm not surprised about that. Yeah, of course.
49-44. Then the second judge gave it 49-44, and the third judge gave it 50-44. So Fergus only won the second round where he got the knockdown. Sorry, for two of the judges, he got 10-9 in the second round, but every other round, the last round he got 10-7. That's what according to the judges.
What? Justin? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, one of the judges gave it 10-7. Like you rarely see it in the UFC, but like the UFC, the way UFC is judged, like a takedown's instantly 1 point. Like with takedown, like imagine I take you down, but you get straight back up. Do you think that counts? Do you think that counts as 1 point?
No, but isn't the takedown 10-8? Doesn't it make it 10-8, or is it 10?
No, I think you get 1 point for every takedown you get. So.
Oh, was it 1 point? Oh, okay.
So imagine, yeah. So imagine.
Yeah, but you know the takedowns that John Jones and Dominic Reyes.
Yeah.
That fight, you see Dominic Reyes quickly get up straight away. Like he was like John Jones didn't know how to keep him on the ground. He got up straight away. I don't think a point should be taken away for that. You know.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a minimum of like 40 seconds of control for you to get to that point. Get a point because if imagine I take you down. Imagine our fight's really close on both judges. I have it 2-2, and the final round I get a takedown on you, and then you get straight back up, and then the rest of the round you come forward. That's still a 10-9 to me. Like the judges will give it like that. So like that. I
don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. Yeah, I know you got the takedown, but you weren't able to do anything with the takedown. So I don't think you should take away that point. That's what I think.
But like playing like devil's advocate, like with like takedown, with like takedowns, it might like when I take you down, it might take more than like 40 seconds for me to set up. But like some referees ask you to get back up, like would like oh wait, I forgot the fight's name, but like this fighter was on the ground for like 3 minutes, and he tried to set up the choke, but the ref like got them up. Like that could be a bad thing as well. So we have to see it from both sides. So let's move on to the next one. Dominic Cruz, the Dominator, against Henry Cejudo, who retired now.
Retired. I think he deserves it. I think he should. He's an Olympic champion. He's worked very hard. That's a hard thing to accomplish. Like Olympic gold. I think he should. I think that's a good way to end his career. I think.
Did you
but
see?
I think it got stopped. I don't think. What do you think of the stoppage? Do you think?
From the angles I saw, like Dominic Cruz took way too long to get back up, and like with the referee, you need to see like safety over thing. Like maybe it got stopped a bit too late, but like Dominic Cruz for like the first when he got the knee and he fell on the floor, he wasn't protecting himself, and it was way too long. So I could see where the judge came from, but like the judge stopped in a weird time when Dominic Cruz was getting up. Then he stopped it, which I thought was wrong. But like with Dominic Cruz, he didn't really look good in that fight, and he's trying to take the blame away from him to the ref, and I felt like Dominic Cruz
saying that he smells like cigarettes and alcohol. He was saying that he smells like cigarettes and alcohol, which is funny.
Yeah, like I had so much respect for like Dominic Cruz because he had so many problems from in his UFC career where he got injured like constantly, but it still came. Was the champ, left, came back, and he was a champ again. So like respect, but he's too old now. Like it's hard for you to like it's 2016, 4 years out of the ring. He says ring rust is not real, but like someone like Henry Cejudo who's fighting regularly and who's an absolute killer, it's hard, innit? It's hard to do it, but do you think it was too early for Henry Cejudo to retire? 33, like DC's 40 and he's still fighting.
Yeah, I know, but like he could achieve a lot more. Maybe get into the featherweight division. And try to compete there. But I don't know. I do believe what he says when he feels like he's done everything in his life to achieve what he has achieved. For example, like Olympic gold is a big thing, right? And to get 2 belts, which is rare in the UFC, to hold it simultaneously. Yeah, give him that retirement. But the stoppage, he was getting up. I understood what he was saying, that he wasn't knocked down. You know, he was trying to find a way to get back up.
Yeah.
And plus, it's a title shot. It's a title fight. So normally referees should give that respect to that fighter to allow him to continue when he can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Normally, when it's a normal fight, just a regular fight, then yeah, I get it. You can stop the fight. But like when there's a title on the line, give him that chance. You know, give him that chance to get back up. He didn't look knocked out even when talking to the ref. Do you know what I mean? He was stood up straight away. So yeah, but like the footwork of Dominic Cruz. This is my first time seeing Dominic Cruz fight, and the footwork was quite bizarre to me. Like really bizarre. But apparently, that footwork allows him to get hit way less. So what he does is he moves his head first, and his legs follow. Yeah. That's what he does from outer range. He moves his head first, and his legs follow, and that's quite hard to hit. But when he's close range, he moves his head, but not just to the side, but all the way down to the hip of the opponent. No wonder he got caught with that right knee. He thought a punch was coming over top. But then Henry Cejudo saw him go down, and he just went with the knee up, straight into his face. That's what caused him to drop. So the footwork, I've never really seen that footwork before. I think it's quite unsteady, unstable. But if he gave him a lot of success to be a champion, I guess, why not keep it going? But man, I've never seen it before. I've really never seen it before.
I think that's what made him so good, because he has that unorthodox style, like where he's moving all the time. Like someone like who's always moving, like Vasyl Lomachenko. Like his footwork's like it's like the same thing. Like his dad.
There's a lot of hype around him for boxing.
His dad made him do Ukrainian traditional dance for him to learn footwork. Like that's
yeah.
And like if he saw his fight against Luke Campbell, like Luke Campbell's a good fighter, but like Vasyl Lomachenko is like on another level. And like because he has that unorthodox style, he's got him to where he is. And I feel like Dominic Cruz is the same thing. But I understand where the fight got stopped too early. And I feel like with Henry Cejudo, I think he's achieved everything he wants. Like you say, he could move up to featherweight, but like featherweight he's a small guy, and like I don't think he will survive in featherweight.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Like
the
Conor,
thing that I think, go ahead, please.
Like Conor used to go featherweight, 170 to featherweight to 145. Imagine he's a natural bantamweight, about 135. Imagine him trying to go up. Distance will get him, and like Dominic Cruz had so much like reach advantage over him. So like I think he did the right thing. He said he wanted to do everything he wanted to achieve.
Yeah. I think the ring rust did play a part for Dominic Cruz, because he wasn't throwing much, right?
Yeah.
He was just moving around, dancing around, doing his footwork, of course. But what really caught him, I think it was the leg kicks that Henry Cejudo was kicking. He was just kicking his legs because he was moving around and wasn't throwing much. So there was no threat for Henry. So instead, he just went with the leg kicks, and it caught him a lot of the time. I think most of Henry Cejudo's strikes were leg kicks, which obviously played a factor in the fight, actually.
Yeah. And the thing with which Henry Cejudo and his coach did well, like they saw Dominic Cruz's previous fights, and you get those problems against TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt, and like you are a favor where the leg kicks were affecting him, and I think he had had surgery there, so it was something which Henry Cejudo did well. Like I think Henry Cejudo won. What was it, round 2 stoppage, right? I believe, or round 3. Round 2, wasn't it?
It was round 2.
Yeah, it was like round 2, and I feel like the first round, Henry Cejudo did what he did. But with
he just kept chopping at the legs, and the ring rust was playing with Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz wasn't throwing much. And you just see Henry Cejudo just patiently waiting, throwing the leg kicks each time, bang, chopping at the leg, and I think
who do you think is the best combat athlete right now?
Do I say Conor?
You can't say Conor. Conor was no. That's absolute rubbish. Like I love Conor.
I'm joking. All right. I know everyone's gonna attack me, but for saying Conor, I'm sorry. I'm a fanboy. All right, I'm a fanboy.
I think right now it's Henry Cejudo, because he's a double champ. He's double champ, and he's conquered both divisions. Like for now, he's like Conor, like 2016. If he said he's the best combat athlete at that time, I would have been like, yeah, sure, a double champ at that time, and like with Henry Cejudo, I think he's right now. I think no one's out there which is done
But
two weight
but
classes.
is he that popular, Henry Cejudo? Is he that popular? Compare him like as a double champ. Is he that like Daniel Cormier was a double champ one time, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
held the belt simultaneously like
Yeah, but
him.
with this one, he didn't fight the real champ. If he fought John Jones, he
John
would have got
Jones.
double. Yeah, no, like with John
Oh,
Jones, because he had to vacate because he had that problem where he ran over that lady. He had like all this drug misuse and stuff. And he
Jesus.
ca-
Oh,
and
he keeps
and
continuously to ruin his life now. Go on, yeah.
yeah, like, and with that DC, like even though DC is a champ, like he got the easy fights.
Mhm.
Like I don't know who took his double thing off. I think it was Gustafsson, and Gustafsson's a hard fight, but with DC's easy. Like so, I don't really call DC the double champ. Like understand why people do, but like I don't really think like he's the double champ. Like but like with someone like Henry Cejudo or like Conor McGregor, John St. Pierre, they did it with against the best. Like John St. Pierre did it against Michael Bisping.
But
He was a
he didn't hold the belt simultaneously.
yeah, but like he vacated and came back. So like I in my head,
Oh,
I like he left. He did the welterweight division. He came. He took a break. He, he
I think John St. Pierre is the GOAT. I really believe that he's the GOAT. A lot of people say John Jones, but I think it's John St. Pierre. I think with John Jones, I get it. He's a great fighter, but you know, with all these drug abuse allegations, with all these the things that he gets in trouble for, I really think that undermines it. I think that really brings his legacy not down. It's just John St. Pierre was perfect all around. He was a true martial artist. He always respected everyone. Everyone loves him. And plus, like, I think with the two losses that he had, the second fight to those two losses, he completely destroyed the opponent as if they were
yeah,
nothing, you know? So,
yeah, and
like, I really do believe that GSP is the greatest. I think he's going to go into the Hall of Fame now. The
yeah. No,
something that he was going into the Hall of Fame.
he got into the Hall of Fame. They announced it. He's the first guy in the Hall of Fame in 2020, and like he showed a lot. He showed a lot of like he showed a lot. When he lost to Matt Serra, you know who Matt Serra is, right? He's like he
I
he
think
comes in
so.
there looking for a fighter
I heard it.
series. And when he lost to Matt Serra the first time, I think that was his first loss where he lost his belt. He came back. He bounced back like really well. Like whenever he looked against the rope, like he always showed up. Like that's even someone like Anderson Silva. Like he should be in that thing where he did so much for like the middleweight division. Like he was one of the longest champs out there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I think the best combat athlete right now in the year combat athletes it's Henry Cejudo because how much he's achieved, but like we know like the bantamweight or like the flyweight division doesn't just get like as much as viewers as like
Yeah, yeah. I'm asking if he was that popular, like, because he's a double champ, but like he doesn't get that kind of attention like any other great champion with like Kamaru, like Khabib. You know, they get a lot more attention than Henry does, and Henry's a double
no,
champ.
the only reason I think why Khabib gets amount he gets because of Conor, like let's be real, the sport UFC, let's be UFC like 5 years ago, even though like UFC like many people don't know about it, like only like everyone who loves fighting, but Conor bought into the mainstream image, like the mainstream, like Conor was the guy who came in, who put into the mainstream, like so that's why the everyone will just watch what division which Conor is in. Like so, Conor when he's in the lightweight division, everyone would start knowing the lightweight fighters. Then when he went up down to the featherweight, everyone know the featherweight people,
Mm.
and then the welterweight. So like with all these other divisions, like many people don't like see much as I do because I love fighting for what it is. Like I love Conor, but like Conor's not the only guy which I love. I have like fighters which I love in every division. Like
Mm-hmm.
I look like for fighters which are up and coming. Like I'll watch like a Tommy of a fighter. You know the guy who does Have you seen the Dagestani
Oh
series?
yeah. He went to Dagestan and stuff to record Khabib and stuff. And did you
Yeah,
see
like
that basketball video? The way they play basketball, they play like rugby.
yeah,
they're,
and
they're like flooring people at the same time.
but the
Oh
one thing I
yeah.
got to respect about this, like all these people who come from like Dagestan, like all these fighters who's come out of like they work, they have like the hunger for it, like the life they're living, and to like come to the mainstream, it's not easy. Like
No, because what it is, Dagestan is a war area. Like
yeah,
it's I think it's like one of the most dangerous areas in the world because it goes through so much. It's like so many civil wars and all sorts. So
I
what they
think it's
wanted was, so what they wanted, but when it was going through the war, when it was going through that wartime, it didn't. I think it was I think it was the authorities that didn't want like any of the kids to become a victim of the war. So they got the kids into sport. They didn't want them to be brainwashed into like wars, everything. So they got all that the kids into sports instead. That's where Khabib kind of grew up through sports, and that was the main importance for all these kids, which was sports. And his dad was I think Khabib's dad was a coach as well, and he was coaching all the kids and stuff and bringing them up, and that's what Khabib always stick to. And now look at him in the UFC.
yeah, like and I feel like with Abib is like he was like one of the like Muslim champ ever since like Muhammad Ali, which came up, like all the Muslim people like respect, like
Yeah,
Muhammad
yeah.
like Muhammad Ali was like one of those people which Muhammad Ali came through like all kinds of greatness. He fought like when he fought George Freeman, where he had his fights at outside the ring, and then like Khabib's like one of those people he can show like to the Muslim community like there's an absolute champ. And
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
so that's why like he's got that famous. And like with like with Dagestan, there's so many killers out there in like the Zabi. You know who Zabi is?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of him. I've heard of
Zabi,
him.
like Islam Makachev, he's like another fighter. Like they have
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of like really good people. It's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Uh, um, okay, let's move on to the next fight. We're going off on a tangent. What was it? Big boy Francis Ngannou against Rosencheck. Mate,
Was that even a fight? God damn, man.
no
Honestly,
one
was that
ever
even a
calls
fight?
out. No one should call out Francis Ngannou. He swung like a wild man there. Like, did you see? He left his chin open, but like when
No, I
someone,
was watching the stream, but my stream stopped working. You know,
yeah,
the fight was there. They were both right in front of each other, and my stream is just stopped working. As soon
oh,
as I restarted the stream, I just see him with his hands up and him on the floor knocked out. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
yeah,
oh, come on, are you serious? And I watched the replay on YouTube, and I was just like, what the hell? He just swung at him. They're thinking to move him to boxing. His coaches are thinking to move Ngannou to boxing, you know, because that's better for him and he
no,
can make the most money out of boxing. No, he can, because boxing is where the money is at. Imagine putting him in the heavyweight. Imagine him against Tyson Fury. Imagine him against
no,
Deontay Wilder. Imagine. Just
no,
imagine.
yeah. I just like
His
Francis
coaches
Ngannou.
are
Like,
thinking about that though. Hmm?
I just
Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
I just like him. I think changing from MMA to boxing is going to be odd. Like, but I think he can do it. But I just want to see him like win the heavyweight division. Like when when he first started, he had the mentality that he was the best. Like no one could run through him. And then when he lost Stipe and Derek Lewis, like
No.
he realized that I'm not like immortal. Like I need to improve my game. And then he got the second win, which came in him. And then ever since then, he's fought the likes of Cain Velasquez, who's a former champion, is absolute champion, beat him in what 40 seconds. Junior so Dos Santos, another champion, ran through him, and he ran through
He's
one
a
more person.
he's a tank. He's a
Yeah,
tank. He's a tank. Oh my God! Like I can imagine anyone who would be scared of this guy. One like swing from him, I'm running.
yeah,
You know, this guy's a freak. He's an actual freak. Because normally when you see people in the heavyweight, yeah, being that big, they're normally fat and stuff. This guy's
yeah.
muscle. This guy's built with bricks. It's crazy, man.
And the
Whoa.
story,
One time he just dropped.
yeah, and his life story is like pretty good as well. Like it shows like from all like he was working in like sand mines in Cameroon. Then he came as an immigrant to France where he was homeless. And then
Mhm.
and then he found a boxing gym, and his coach said the quickest way for you to make money is go through MMA, and he started MMA. And the funny thing is, he's only started MMA 6 years ago. Some people are doing MMA since he was a little kid. This guy he's the what, like 33 right now. So imagine he's starting MMA at the age of 27.
Yeah. Some people are just freaks like that, man, that they can achieve so much. Like literally, this guy's like naturally like built with bricks.
Uh,
Like
and
he's
like
huge.
and and soon like he's gonna become a champ, and like all the African fighters in the UFC are like absolute just next level. There's something in them which like
Mhm.
they have, like with Kamaru Usman, we see like he's just a something else. So like Izzy Adesanya, yeah, who's another who's from who has like who just has a kickboxing record, what, like over like 60 kickboxing fights, and he can't be touched. Like, do you see the Robert Whittaker fight?
Oh yeah.
Mate, he looked like he was in the Matrix, and Robert Whittaker was just someone useless. Like the
Yeah.
angle,
He was patient in that fight, trying to get that right knockout line. He got it. That was crazy.
and
That was a good fight.
and then the Yo Romero fight, it was a bit like concerning, but I think Israel Adesanya had to do what he had to do. Like he didn't have to go forward.
Yeah, I totally agree. At first, I was like, they should have done, because the main event for that fight, Joanna versus Wei
Oh, you mean the
Li.
co-main event?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
oh man. Oh man, that was a fight. That was a whole 5-round war. Did you see Joanna's face after that?
yeah,
She looked
yeah.
like an alien. She looked
Well,
like an alien.
she looked like
She looked.
Megamind, but who do you think
Oh
won
my
that fight?
god.
Who do you
Jeez.
think won that fight? Do you think
You know what?
Jean Wei Li?
No. Yeah. I wanted Whaley to win because she was a up and coming champ. This is her defending her belt, and you can tell that she just loves fighting. And you can tell she has a personality. It's just like obviously the language barrier, of course, but
Yeah.
man, if she knew how to speak, she would be showing that passion. But I think with Joanna, she had like good counters in that fight, But I just think that did Whaley get a couple of takedowns in that fight
No,
or
Whaley
no?
didn't. No, that full fight was just swinging from round 1 to round 5.
No.
But the real
Gee, it
champ,
was a close fight.
but the real champ needs to come back. Rosa Namajunas needs to come back. I think Rosa Namajunas, on a good day, no one can beat her.
I don't know much about her, but yeah,
You- you-
I heard that she has a good life story as well. She was the one
Not
that knocked
like
out Joanna, was it?
yeah, she knocked out
To
to win
get
the
the
title,
belt.
but like
Yeah.
just look at her fighting style. Like just do research in the woman division. There's like absolute killers in there. Like, do you know Amanda Nunes, like the
Mm-hmm.
double champ? Amanda Nunes is something else.
My favorite fight, I think, from the women's Valentina.
Oh,
Ooh,
Shevchenko.
Valentina. Oh god, this girl. This woman is a dangerous woman in match.
Yeah.
Yeah, her last fight, she done like the wheel kick on, what was her name? Coogan? I forgot her name. The American. Her recent fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, she absolutely destroyed her for 2 rounds. Like, there's no like stopping her. Like, as soon as you throw one punch at Valentina, she's throwing a combo at you, a jab, cross with an inside leg kick. So fast, like her fast muscle twitch fibers is going off crazy. She has really good speed.
She has really
and
good
accuracy. Is
She has really
crazy,
good
man.
takedowns as well, and
Yeah, takedowns as
really
well.
good.
And her elbows are sharp. It made I think it was her name was Caitlin Chugin. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
But it made her bleed instantly with that sharp elbow to the temple. Oh my god, it's crazy. It was a great fight.
Yeah, it was.
That was a good fight. So I have that saved on my YouTube because I learned a lot from that fight. Because from her movement, her being on her toes, even though she's a Muay Thai fighter, her being on her toes is like shows how her movement is so purposeful.
Yeah.
She's ready to counter. She's ready to lead with that right. She's ready to destroy you as soon as you make that move. She's like very explosive in that manner. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like there's so many like good fighters out there, which it's just like. But the only one thing I just don't like about the UFC, I just want every like different like organizations combined to one, like boxing. Like boxing, you have like Macho Boxing, and then you have like Tyson Fury's under ESPN. But like you have people come across different organizations.
Oh, with the promoters and stuff, right?
Yeah, like
I'm
so you
sure.
know there's Glory, PFL, then there's UFC, like all of them, Bellator, like imagine all like different five put
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
Then you know like you have the true champion, like. But like with all the other organizations, like they don't get enough like credit. Like UFC is seen as the thing, but like this up and coming fighter is called Kalea Arison, and she's a PFO PFO
Mhm,
champion right now, and
mhm.
she's a Olympic gold medalist twice. And like I just want to see in the UFC because I feel like she like Amanda Nunes, no one can beat her like right now. Like, but I feel like they need
Even
people.
Valentina, but to war with her twice and couldn't do nothing about Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes, yeah, she's like the best woman combat athlete there's ever been. Like
when she
Ronda,
beat up, what was her name?
Cyborg,
Cyborg. When she beat up, the way she
Ronda.
beat up, what's Ronda Rousey? Man, the way she
I
beat up
think,
in the first round,
yeah,
but the way
but
she looked and her stand up looked weird, like
yeah,
marching like this, like
yeah.
galloping towards her like a horse. That was funny. It was
People don't
mad.
give enough respect for how good she is, but like it's hard to see right now. But I think with Francis Ngannou, like DC's his post fight interview, he could see he's a bit he's a bit angry with Dana like in the division because he said he doesn't know where he's going. Like you could see the anger in him. Like he's like, I don't know where I'm
Yeah,
going.
I haven't seen it, but that's why his coaches are telling him to go to boxing because he has power in the hands, man. He has power. He just marches forward. It's like look at Deontay, right? He's not
Yeah,
a great boxer, but he has that right hand to counter that. So
yeah,
what do you think? I think. Go
but
on.
with Deontay, he doesn't get Deontay. Like let's be real. When he first fought, like Deontay wasn't really that famous. Even though he was 40-0, like no one gave him respect because it's just they just don't think he's good. Like the only
Yeah,
reason
but
he's gone to the mainstream image is because of Tyson Fury, like people like Tyson, Luis Ortiz. But like I feel like with Ngannou, I feel like he has so much more to provide in the heavyweight division. I feel like if you fight Stipe again, with Stipe, have you seen the
oh
first
yeah,
fight
because the
against
heavyweight
Stipe?
division is not that big, is it? The
No,
heavyweight division is not that big.
they're really good fighters, but with Stipe, like with Stipe, when he first fought Ngannou for the interim champion,
Mm-hmm.
um, the Stipe did really well. Like Stipe took the takedowns, but like I feel like the second time around, I feel like Ngannou deserves that fight, or even to
Mm.
fight DC. But DC's reaction when he knocked him out, he was shocked.
Yeah,
He
it was
was
like,
scared.
oh, he was shell shocked. It was like, whoa. He was like, bro, Francis will kill him. Bro, I don't see anyone beating Francis. Or what was it, Stipe that beat him? But yeah, man.
No, Derek Lewis beat him as well. That was a weird fight. Like
Derek
that's the fight.
Lewis.
Yeah, Derek
Where is
Lewis
he?
beat.
Where is he?
He's an odd guy. Like he comes in and out. He's a character though.
He was supposed to fight Daniel Cormier as well. There was
You know, he
speaking
did
for
fight.
that.
He did fight Danny Cormier.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, Danny Cormier won by a rear naked choke.
Oh, I did not see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I just remember seeing a press conference too, but I did not know about that. But yeah.
Yeah. But I think the fight to happen right now. I think Ngannou won't get a title shot. I think it will be Stipe against DC, the trilogy, because DC's won for one time, Stipe's won one time.
Mm.
And then I think if DC wins this time, I think he's going to retire because he's 40, and I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's taking the life out of him. But I think after that, we'll see Francis like in a year or so. I think you'll see the title fight. But I think Francis just wants to fight anyone, and he'll just finish anyone anyway.
Who's holding the title right now? Is it Stipe?
Yeah, Stipe, he beat DC the second time. So that I feel like that fight needs to happen before any other fights are gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we have Jeremy Stevens against Calvin Cato.
Mm.
Jeremy Stevens is a veteran of the sport. Like the famous is
He's been
ooh,
there for a while. He's been there a while.
the only reason I know about him is because he's like, ooh, the fuck is that guy? Do you remember?
Yeah. That I was just gonna say that. That's the only reason why I know that guy. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why I knew that guy. From that UFC 205 press conference, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
so
remember
that's the only
seeing
reason
it.
I know him. Like that fight is just standard. Like Jeremy Stevens, like he's a good fighter, but like there's a difference between like good fighters and elite fighters. Like he can't get to the next stage. Like sadly, like his skill sets takes him so much. But I think he's like fought for way too long. He's been in the
Mm.
UFC for a very long time. He has like the record of like 32, like 17. So I feel like he's like one of those fighters like Cerrone, who's like who they give fight to just to see up and coming fighters.
Oh,
He's like one of those people, like you know what I mean?
to give him to up and coming fighters. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like they're trying to prove him against up and coming fighters. So I don't really take that into like consideration. Like the fight was a good fight.
But he
The
was
rounds were
leading that first round.
yeah.
Joe
I got the scorecards and it was something like he was winning the first round. He got 10-9 on the first round.
Yeah, he
So
looked
yeah,
you as well.
so
Oh, then the
so
knockout. Ooh, the lovely elbow.
yeah. Then the elbow. Then wait, did the elbow take him down first, or was it something else? I think.
No,
Wait.
the elbow took him down and he finished him on the floor.
Yeah, could be. Wait, let me try. Oh yeah, the first round they gave it to Stevens,
Yeah,
and then
of course.
he won all the first rounds in every judges, but it's sad. You know what happened. So that's. I feel like it's time for him to. If he wants to fight, he can fight. But I feel like with someone like him or like Calvin Cerrone, they they've they've tried, but they've failed in the last hurdle. So like, I might think it's maybe time to like hang up the gloves.
Oh, it's a bit
I feel
sad,
like
especially for Cowboy because he really wanted to win that Pettis fight. He
yeah, and
really wanted to win that
yeah,
Pettis fight. He was putting under pressure in the first round. Normally, he's known for not doing so much in the first round, dominating the first round, and then in the second round he dominates. But this against Pettis, he was like putting it on Pettis from the first round. You can see that he really wants to win, and I thought he won that fight.
yeah, and
I thought he won.
he goes takedowns as well, and they gave him unanimous decision. I was so confused. I will understand it was split decision, but unanimous decision. It's just a bit of a piss take. Like the UFC judges could be like UFC and boxing judges. Like with my podcast with Arbis, I'm saying like with UFC and MMA with boxing judges, they can be like biased. With boxing is even worse, but with MMA, at least as I was talking to you, I said they should have more than three judges. Someone like maybe five. Five would make sense.
But I think
But
Cowboy would be proud of that performance because he gave a great performance stand up. It was really even in stand up. But Cowboy got the takedown, so I don't know why they gave. I don't know why they gave the decision to Pettis. Even Pettis was surprised. He was like, "What? Really?" And it was like, "Oh,
yeah.
all right, I'll take it." So I was like, "Yeah."
Did you see the Yogan De Castro and Greg Hardy fight? Oh, you didn't really. Was it just out in the background and you just like, yeah, it's what it
No,
is?
I saw. Actually, I did see that fight. Was it the one with the guy with the foot hurt? His foot
Yeah,
hurt. Yeah.
yeah,
I started watching properly from that fight, actually. The fights before that, I didn't really watch it. It was from that
yeah.
fight I was watching it. That guy wasn't throwing much, and then, his coaches were getting annoyed at him for saying, come on, throw something, do something.
No, but like with someone,
Apparently, the guy that won, what was his name?
Greg Hardy.
Yeah, the guy that won, apparently he was, you know how there was no one in the arena,
Yeah,
obviously.
he was
He
getting
could hear
coach
what
advice.
Daniel Cormier was saying, the advice that he was saying, and he just took that advice, I think. That's what I read.
And it's so good that like he was like he only started his UFC debut in the start of last year. He was playing American
Mm-hmm.
football. Then he thought,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, fuck it, I'll try MMA out. And then like that switch is difficult. Like from going from like American football to the NFL to like.
I think Dominic Reyes made that switch as well.
But with Dominic Reyes, he didn't play in the NFL. Like he tried to get into the NFL, but he wasn't successful. But like he took everything. He took everything like from what he had in his. He played baseball as well. Dominic Reyes. He took what he had like from that and used it for his footwork. But like someone like Greg Hardy, he was playing like NFL. He playing for the Dallas Cowboys. He played for the Washington Redskins, or like top team. Like dropping that and then going to the UFC is like a big move. But like I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Like Jorgen De Castro could have done more, but you know when someone like you could clearly see like his leg was hurt and he couldn't do enough.
Oh, did you
Like
see Greg
yeah,
Hardy's leg? Is it Greg Hardy? Is that his name?
yeah. Greg Hardy was throwing the kicks, but I think Jorgen De Castro is the one which was struggling.
With the foot.
Yeah, he was struggling with the
Yeah,
foot.
because
So
Greg Hardy, did you see his leg after the leg kicks?
yeah,
It was like going red. But
yeah.
obviously, Castro didn't capitalize on that, obviously, because of his foot being hurt. And
He
he was
did. He
just there
did.
waiting.
He did. He went forward and he just kicked on his leg, and that guy couldn't really do much.
Yeah. So I think that wasn't a really fulfilling fight anyway. The guy won, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but Cowboy Cerrone and Anthony Pettis, that was a questionable one, but
Like we already said, bro, like the takedown they should have given this decision to Cowboy. Cowboy won that fight.
yeah, but Anthony Pettis did so well when Dono Cerrone gave the head kick and he absorbed it like
yeah. But I don't think he was fully extended. I don't think he fully extended the leg. I think he also blocked it as well. To be fair.
yeah, but no, it landed clean. It landed clean. Like I was watching that fight and like Joe Rogan. What's the I don't know another commentator. I always forget his name. Don or something.
I don't remember the leg kick. I remember watching it from that fight, but I don't remember.
Yeah, the leg kick landed, but the judges
was it the
judges.
roundhouse? It was a roundhouse, right?
Yeah. No, it was like a. No, it wasn't a roundhouse. Because roundhouse, you come around. No. It was like a side kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then so.
I don't really remember, but I just remember that the stand up being like really even, and I don't know why they didn't give the decision to Cowboy. Even Pettis was surprised, but then afterwards he was like, "No, I'll take it. No, I'll take it."
No, but like they're friends, you know, like
first.
they're like friends. So like there was no blood because they work together, like they train together. Like after every round, Dono Cerrone, they're arguing each other, and like you can understand like there's like love in the game, but when I want to watch fights, I want them to like either like
have some bad blood.
Yeah, despise each other until the fight's over. Then shake it out. Then be all the friends you want. But like I just don't like it when and like end of the round, you know when they like just touch gloves and go and sit in the corner. I can understand that. Like, yeah. But all the other prelims, the decisions were like it's the same. Like I didn't
watch it. I put it up.
Yeah.
Funny story. I bought UFC Fight Pass thinking that it was going to show the main event. It only showed the prelims only. And I was like, what the fuck? I paid $6.99. I didn't know. So like I paid $6.99. I was like, then it stopped working until the main event. Not the main event. It was from the De Castro fight.
Yeah.
From that fight, it didn't stop. If the UFC Fight Pass wasn't showcasing, and I was like, "Fuck!" Then I had to switch to stream. So I basically wasted £7 buying UFC Fight Pass for a month.
Yeah, but with UFC Fight Pass, there's like you can fight like all the old fights, and you can watch like all the old UFC fights.
Yeah, but you can still find them on YouTube and shit. And, it's very interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's what it is. So, what do you think? So do you have a fighter? Do you have a favorite fighter from each division or?
From the welterweight, I would say it's Jorge Masvidal. For sure.
Why do you like him?
Why do I like him?
Yeah.
I think he's a bad. No. Sorry. I'm a liar. I'm actually a liar. I'm actually a liar. I forgot that Wonder Boy. I forgot that Wonder Boy was not in the welterweight. Wonder Boy is actually my favorite fighter. Wonder Boy. Yep. And you know, I think he's a great fighter. But I think Jorge Masvidal's story it's amazing as well because he was getting a lot of draws and he was getting a lot of decisions against him. Yeah. So what he done was he took a year off or something. Yeah. Away from the UFC, and like he was without a phone and stuff, and something clicked in his head where it's like, nah, I'm the baddest motherfucker. I'm gonna fuck up everyone. He comes back, fucks up Nate Diaz, gets the flying knee on Ben Askren. Everything. Yeah. He became a bam. he became a bad motherfucker when he came back. Something clicked being away from the UFC. So seeing that was quite sick. But from a fighter's perspective, from what I understand the most, I love Wonderboy Thompson. I think Wonderboy Thompson is my favorite welterweight at the moment. He is my favorite welterweight.
Yeah,
From
but
155. Yeah, sorry.
the welterweight division is stacked so much. There's Kamaru Usman, then there's make
Okay.
right again. Kobe Covington. You can't. Do you know someone called Leon Edwards, a UK fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was supposed to retire.
He's a bad mother. He meant to fight Tyron, but I want to really go to that, but no one wanted to go with me, so I was just like, okay, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's an odd one. Then there's so many good people, but do you have any other favorite fighters or?
You know, I'm a fanboy. I'm a Conor fanboy. I've always been a Conor fanboy. I love watching Conor. I have all his fights saved because I love the way he moves. I really do believe he's a special fighter. No one can answer for his standard. I can't see him losing. With the motivation that he has right now, I just cannot see him losing. You know the motivation that he had against Eddie Alvarez, the motivation he has coming back from Nate Diaz, the motivation from storming through the featherweight division. No one had an answer for him, and he's honestly, I think he's my favorite fighter.
Do you know who was his first ever fighter? Do you remember who was his first ever opponent?
The black guy. That black guy.
Yeah, what's his name, bro? We've such a
I forgot the name, man. Look, listen,
bro, I know it.
Go on, tell me. You tell me.
Marcus Brimage.
There we go.
Oh yeah. I know now.
Listen, man, I did watch all the fight. I didn't pay attention that much. All right, listen. I didn't go into the UFC properly. I think. You know what the first fight I ever watched by myself. Not live though, but just on YouTube was Valentina versus her last fight. I watched that fight properly first. Then I got more into Conor. Then I got more into Wonder. But now I'm starting to get just of it. I think it was February, this February, where I'm starting to keep up with the UFC and trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to gain as much knowledge of the history of the UFC and what the UFC is becoming now. So come on, man, don't blame me, man. All right. I've seen all these fights though, but I'm here now. I'm watching the UFC. I love it. You don't understand. I love the UFC. I love the NBA. The UFC is crazy. I like it more than boxing at the moment. But man, it's crazy.
With boxing, boxers can't do what MMA people can do, but I feel like MMA people can easily do boxing. Someone you said Francis Ngannou, yeah, he can easily do boxing, but someone like Tyson Fury who's thinking about getting into MMA.
Yeah, he was training with Darren Till. I saw that. Yeah.
The girl, I love Darren Till. He's one of my favorite fighters. It was so sad when he got knocked up by Masvidal. I was just like, oh no. Oh, because he lost to Woodley. He got choked, and then he fought thing, and then he got knocked out. But I feel good about him in the middleweight division. I
think he needs to fight. I think he should fight Wonderboy. I really would want to see that fight.
He's for Wonderboy.
Oh yeah. He has. He won that. He
fought in Liverpool. He fought him in Liverpool.
Yeah. He won that fight. He won by decision. Yeah. I remember that. I think with Wonderboy right now, he needs to step up his game because he's been getting a lot of decisions against him as well. So I really think he needs to step up the game. I'm not gonna lie.
His last fight against Vincent. I can't say his second name. He did well. Do you remember that round, the turning, the spinning kick which he did, and he knocked it?
Vincent. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Oh my god, that was insane. Yeah. He became wobbly after that. He was wobbly after that. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like you won't get a title shots anytime soon because he had his chance against Woodley, but
right now his hands are broken right now. I think he's waiting for that to heal first, and then once those he's making a lot of YouTube videos actually, but he's becoming big on YouTube, collaborating with a lot of karate cards and stuff. But his hands are broken at the moment.
Yeah.
As soon as he has these hamstring issues as well. So I can't wait to see him come back. To be honest, I know he's gonna be a brand new fighter, and I think he's gonna level up. I really think so.
Do you think?
Sorry, go on.
No, carry on.
No. Go ahead. Do you think?
I was gonna say, what's your opinion like Izzy Adesanya, like what he's been doing? Do you give her
He's
like a
been
lot?
calling out John Jones. He's been calling
No,
out. He's been calling. He's been
no,
calling
but
out John Jones. I think John Jones. I think John Jones is a mistake. I think John Jones is a mistake.
I was watching this interview where he does like with Brendan Shaw, and they said UFC or offered them fight after Whitaker. He said no. He said it's too early in my career for me. He said I don't want to hold up the middleweight division. He said give me 2 years time, 2021 we'll fight him, and I'll be at my peak. And John Jones is just a goat, so he's always in his peak. But I feel like Dominic Reyes beat him, no matter what. I feel like that day Dominic Reyes got robbed. Like, I don't care what they said, but one of the judges gave it 4 rounds to 1, and I feel like
Yeah.
that judge is absolute bullshit. Like, what the fuck has done is like should just go and fuck himself.
But
Like,
I think the argument for John Jones is that if that fight was more than 5 rounds, John Jones was still winning. He was winning the last 2 rounds, and if the fight was to carry on, John Jones would have killed him. That's what they're saying.
But that's a
It's a
bullshit.
5 round fight. Yeah, it's a competition. You fight only for 5 rounds. It shouldn't be.
Yes, then you should turn up in round 1. Like, why are you turning up in round 4 and 5? And
Yeah.
I feel like what that decision pissed me off like to the core. Like, Dominic Reyes got so well, and like that should add like anyone's confidence. Imagine you're like in a karate tournament, yeah. Like, how long is a karate tournament? Like, is the rounds or just like?
So it's a point sparring. Recently, I realized I really don't want to do it anymore. Like, I do want to do it. I do want to do it just to build it up. But I'm gonna get into full contact sparring hopefully soon after this lockdown, because this lockdown's crazy. But I really want to get into full contact sparring, trying to put myself in like these different positions I can grow. But the tournaments, they're like 2-minute rounds. You're trying to get you're trying to get as many points as you can, and yeah, that's how they work. It's just 2-minute rounds.
Just imagine
if you go on.
Imagine you sweep someone, and then the judges don't give you 2 points. You just be like, "Well, that'll of course again confidence." And I feel like with Dominic Reyes, you should that day. It's just what it is. But I feel like with John Jones,
but he's gonna be a big thing in the heavyweight division, in the light heavyweight division. He's gonna be a big star.
There's a big talk about John Jones going to the. There's a big talk.
Oh, heavyweight division.
Do you think that's good for him, or do you think it's too dangerous for someone like him? Because
imagine him against Francis. Do you think he will survive? No. One punch is a different man. There's a difference.
Even against like Stipe Miocic, yeah? Like Stipe can all the people that ever. The only one fight I want to see is DC against John Jones in the heavyweight division. Because with DC, he struggles to get down to light heavyweight. Like he's not at his best when he's cutting down that much weight.
Yeah.
It's a struggle like to cut down that much weight.
Yeah, so, I heard that there's a lot of issues with that as well. It's really hard to do that, especially in the last week, to get that weight down. Apparently, it's so hard to do.
So yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of fights, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Which division? I'll give you a fighter.
155.
155. It's got to be Conor, but big fan of Khabib.
170.
170. It's got to be. Colby Covington. I just like the way he does.
Colby! Wow. All right.
With Colby Covington, people don't respect him because they think he's they think he's a wanker for what he does.
They think he's an idiot, but he's actually not. He's just playing a character. Yeah. I've really seen that.
And his wrestling's like top class. Like, the Kamaru Usman, before you won the fight by knockout, one judge added 3 rounds to 1 for Colby. Another judge added 3 rounds to 1 for Usman, and another judge added 2-2. So with Colby, I think he's got so much to prove. Like, don't write him out. Don't write him out of the conversation.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Then the middleweight, I'm a big fan of Israel Adesanya. I just like the angles he comes in, like, and the way he's like he only joined the UFC, 2018, and 2 years he's a champ. Do you see anyone doing that? Like,
No, yeah.
and he's undefeated in the UFC right now. And the light heavyweight, it's got to be John Jones. But with John Jones, I don't rate him because of all the things which he's done on the side, innit? Like, yeah. So
That's why I really think it. I really think that it ruins his legacy. It's like a big like black mark on his legacy. All these issues, and that's why I say John St. Pierre is the GOAT, because he doesn't have that kind of a black mark. Yeah, he did go away for 4 years, but he was still training and stuff, and to come back in the manner that he did, and to go up one weight class up, and to beat Michael Bisping and get the title back. You know, you don't really see that as often. So I really think that he's a special guy, George St. Pierre. That's why I don't really rate John Jones. I really think that he's just staining his legacy with all these drug abuse, you know, holding arms and all these shit. Like,
yeah, but having fame is a very odd thing. Like,
it's a very hard thing to deal with. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, imagine being champ at 23. Who did he beat? Whoa, I forgot his name. So his name's not coming in. He beat, I think it was a Shogun.
Shogun. Yeah, it was. He in the first round he came in with a flying knee or something, or flying kick or whatever.
Yeah. Like, imagine doing that at 23. Like, it's imagine when being a champ at 23. That's an odd thing to do. Like, to come over.
That's a hard thing to deal with. Yeah. Not a lot of people that young can deal with fame. Of course, I get that.
Like,
but I'm surprised that he got into trouble like just recently at his big age now, which is crazy.
Yeah, he's just one of those people. But he has like his genetics are really good. Like, two of his brothers plays American football, so he has just one of those genetics where he can just do bits.
He has the body of an athlete. Yeah, him, Francis Ngannou. Yeah, they really are freaks as well.
Then heavyweight has to be Stipe. Like, Stipe, he's so underrated. Like, have you seen any of his fights?
No, I haven't.
Mate, watch him. He beat Fabricio Werdum. He went to Brazil, beat Fabricio Werdum. He's beaten like Francis Ngannou. When everyone's scared to fight Francis Ngannou, he said, "Yeah, I'll fight him, beat him." He's for all the best. Like, and I think he's a good guy. He's good. Like, and then in bantamweight, I want TJ Dillashaw to come back because he got banned for 2 years for his drug.
Oh yeah. He got caught with something, didn't he?
Yeah, and then do you see Jose Aldo? He went down from featherweight to bantamweight. Do you see that picture?
He's in UFC 250, isn't he? Is he?
No. I saw UFC 250 is Amanda Nunes against
Yeah, Amanda Nunes is fine, but I remember Jose Aldo was planning to fight again or coming back to fight.
No, he meant to fight. He meant to fight. What's the name? Henry Cejudo, but something happened. So what's the name? Dominic Reyes stepped in.
Who?
Dominic Cruz. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's why I said who to get, just to make you realize what you just said.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
And then the flyweight division, I don't know too much about, but
I don't know too much.
I think Dimitri Miles Johnson was in that one, but he's going to one.
I don't know who that is. I do not know. I need to get into it. I need to get into it more. If we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, reset Dimitri Miles Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So, do you have anything else to say?
Nah, man. It's been a great talk. Yeah. I can't wait to do. Should we wrap it up here? Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should do one episode about yesterday, me and you, because us two have we have the same love for yesterday. So
yeah. We should do that too. We should do a lot. I think this is a good beginning for great things to come. Don't worry, I'll be more prepared. Okay, Look, listen. I got into the UFC like very recently. Got into all the fighters, trying to get as much knowledge. I didn't get much time getting through a lot. It's just that it's because I'm too much of a Conor fanboy. That's why, as I say again, as I repeat again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to do this again, though. Thank you for having me.
I swear, everyone's just gonna call it casual. Just like, oh, you fucking casual fan. They love it.
Hey, listen. It's not about who cares what people say. Look, you're doing what you love, and that's what all that matters, man. I can't wait for this to go up live. It'll be great. It'll be great. And, you know, we can do this again. You can ask me to come on again. I'd love to do it again.
Yeah.
I was quite nervous. But every time when I feel this nervous feeling, I just want to do it because I want to get rid of that feeling. I don't want to run away from it, you know. So
that's me. That's me for sure. Like my first episode was again with someone from yesterday's Facebook page, and like I was so nervous because I've never met the guy in real life, but he took his time off his time off his life, and he's planning he's going to fight in a boxing match. Like his story is really good because his friend said you're too skinny to fight, and he wanted to prove his friends wrong. So so he's fighting in a semi I think an amateur or professional fight later on this year. The episode going to come out this. I'm trying to. The episode's very good, so we'll run this over again, Jeeshan. Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you. I would love to come on again. And trust me, look, the more we do this, or the more you get to do this, you'll get better at it. You'll know what more to talk about. This is just the beginning, bro. But trust me, just love the process. And believe me, you're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. But thank you for having me, though.
What's your socials, Jeeshan? What's your socials? I have to.
Social Jeeshan.10. You find me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram with 150 followers. You'll see me do kicking bags and stuff, you know. But you'll see me do more things. I'm gonna get into jiu-jitsu. I think me and you are gonna get into jiu-jitsu. I can't. That'll be crazy. That'll be fun.
I've been doing some work at home, but it's not the same. I just want to learn from someone who knows it.
Yeah. I can't wait to get into full contact sparring, jiu-jitsu with you. It's gonna be great. But yeah, thanks for having me, though.
Okay.
Thank you.